My name is Eliana, and I want to tell you about MISTI. MISTI stands for Most Incredible Stamp Tool Invented. We have two of them right here in front of us. This one is for left-handed people, and this one is for right-handed people. I'm going to show you the right-handed one. What you have is an acrylic tool. The lid has grids on it, has a grid on it so that you could line up your stamps easily. It is attached to a base with 3 acrylic hinges. On the base you have this foam insert that will help you with stamping the clear stamps, and if you remove this you'll be able to use this tool to stamp with the red rubber cling stamps. You have this channel here that is simply for holding your paper, similar to a Stamp-O-Majig, but way cooler. You have the stickers on the edge, and these are outdoor stickers, so you can wipe these. If you get ink on them, they will easily be cleaned. So let me show you here. You could use this with your card bases. You could use a card front, or you could even use a whole card. It'll fit right in there. This measures exactly 8.5 inches. Okay, 8.5 inches. So you could drop in a sheet of paper in there. You could also do top folding cards. It's okay if it overhangs. This is still flat and it'll still stamp beautifully. So what you would do is you would just put your card front or card base in there. You could put your stamp, position it where you want it in the stamp, and you simply close the lid. Picks up the stamp. You ink your stamp, you close the lid, it'll land exactly where you want it. You could put a different card front in there and do another one, and it'll stamp exactly the same spot. You could also use the big, ginormous cling stamps. Okay. Typically what we do is we ink our stamp and then we lay it down right here. Okay. We usually end up having to use scrap paper to cover it so that we don't get ink all over our hands. And most of the time I end up having to do 2 or 3 of these before I get the perfect one. But with this, you could put your paper down, you would stamp, and if it's not perfect, you could close it again and it hits right in the same spot. I have saved many a project just by being able to reuse the same paper and closing the lid over and over again until I get it just like I want it. If you put the foam insert back in, you could use the cling stamps. So you just close the lid, pick up your stamp. It will stick, but that's okay because you just put it right back where it's supposed to be. By nestling it there, it's like a Stamp-O-Majig, like I said, so it works really well. Now you could use, there's no grid on here, but what you could do is you can just take a plain pad of grid paper, measure 6.5 inches over, which is what this is. You trim it down, and then you have an insert. I typically like to trim it so that I have a full square on the edge, so that when I rip my paper off, I have my paper matches my lines and it matches up here. And if you don't, that's okay. You have the grid on the lid to help line things up. Another thing that is really cool about this is that it's magnetic. You could use magnets. I purchased these at Home Depot. I do have these in the store, but it is not included with your unit. These are separate, and you can buy as many as you think you need. They are super magnets, so they will pinch your fingers, and they are very strong. And if you accidentally do that, all you have to do is just pry them apart. And they do they do work really well. They'll work with the foam and they'll work without the foam. Okay, now let's talk about taking care of this. Do not use window cleaner. Window cleaner will fog up your lid. It will fog up your plexi. What you want to use is you want to use some Novus cleaner or any kind of plastic cleaner. This will protect it and it will clean it, and it will help with cling stamps. Just like the Stampin' Up ones, those kind of tend to fall off. If your lid is clean, the Stampin' Up ones will stick to it perfect. You won't have any problems. So be on the lookout for videos showing how versatile this is. Thanks for watching.